Stop the madness. Stop the madness. John Ammo is back from a brief hiatus from the East Coast, and he today is going to take things in order. What's going down? Welcome back to the archives. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in the next day, actually probably the next couple hours. I'm going to put out 3 consecutive videos. We're going to take it from the top down. Obviously, the most important thing, it's always gangrene. We got to start there. Later on, we're going to do a New York Met playoff video. Let's go Mets. We're a game up on Milwaukee. We're a game and a half back on Philly. While I was home, I was able to catch the game last night, my last game at Shea Stadium. Unless they make the playoffs in the World Series, and I'll obviously go then. I do think they will make the wild card. I don't know if we'll make the run at the division, strictly because our bullpen sucks ass, but Milwaukee Brewers bullpen sucks ass too. Too much on the Mets right now. Let's focus on the Eagles. And then the third video, by the way, is going to be a little correlation for CNS, because apparently there's a few of them that just don't know the rules. They don't know the rules, and John Ammo has to educate them on the rules of YouTube. A lot of them. So let's get right to it. The most important thing, Philadelphia Eagles. What a victory Sunday, 4 o'clock against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Possibly, I did not make it to the game, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I didn't make a video. That's why I didn't tell any of you guys. I didn't even have a chance to really blog because I was flying back east and I had to do a bunch of stuff on Friday. I had to go to traffic court. Long story. But what I saw in the Philadelphia Eagles 15-6 victory on Sunday was amazing. It was probably, I can't remember a better defensive performance in 10 years. Ben Roethlisberger was completely shut down. This guy, he had no chance. He was on the ground. He was on his back. He was getting rushed. He was getting hurried. He was getting sacked. He was throwing picks. The Philadelphia Eagles defense was completely dominant. Really quick, Donovan McNabb had a great game. I'm not sure of the exact numbers. I don't have them in front of me, but I know he was like 11 for 16 in the first half. I think he was like 26 for 34. Softened up in the second half because he took a little bit of a hit. I can't lie. When Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook both went down, I was upstairs having a cigarette. I came back down. My brother told me they were both out. I nearly fainted. My next reaction was the more important person, not that Brian Westbrook is not important. He's the best running back in the game, I think. But right now, it's critical to our team that McNabb stays healthy because he's going to be our ticket to the Super Bowl. He's having a great year. And I personally said right there, I want Donovan back. That's the only guy I want back. I know Westbrook's our best player, but we need McNabb on the offense. So, great game for McNabb. I wanted to quickly, before we talk about the defense, because obviously we're going to spend a considerable amount of time on the defense, but I think I am seeing some great things from number 84, Hank Baskett, man. This guy already had a 100-yard game. He caught 8 catches on Sunday for 85 yards. He's a big guy. This guy can turn into a bona fide 1 or 2 receiver now. The X factor obviously is going to be Deshaun Jackson. These two, Hank Baskett and Deshaun Jackson, are going to be the key to our success today. And Deshaun Jackson, by the way, 5 catches for 40 yards. Now, while my brother was driving me to Newark International Airport this morning to take my flight back to California, we were discussing the receiver position of the Philadelphia Eagles. And I have to say that, if these two guys can step up, Hank Baskett and Deshaun Jackson this year, we're not going to need excuse me, jeez. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd like to have, TJ Who's Your Mama or, Randy Moss or something like that, but if Baskett and Deshaun Jackson can fill the role, we could put Kevin Curtis back in the slot where he belongs, and I think we're going to be quite a dominant offense, man. Really quickly, staying on the receiver position, you guys remember I was saying earlier in the season I wanted Chad Johnson. That's been null, man. That guy's a train wreck. I don't want any problems on my team. Really quickly, he tried to write Ocho Cinco on his jersey. The moron didn't get it done in time, So now, unless he wants to buy all the NFL jerseys off the racks, he has to wear Chad Johnson the rest of the year. And the killer part about it is the moron is changing his name back to Chad Johnson next year, supposedly. So this whole thing was just ridiculous, if you ask me. Back to the Eagles. Asante Samuel, 22, had another pick against Ben Roethlisberger. The Eagles were quoted as saying, this guy has intercepted a pass in every single game he's played in. Every practice he intercepts a ball. He's a magnet, man. Lockdown quarterback. Whatever moron was out there saying that lockdown quarterbacks don't cover the number one wide receiver, you're a complete idiot. That was the stupidest comment ever written on my page. Asante Samuel was specifically brought in to cover Terrell Owens. I was mad that he didn't cover Terrell Owens on that play. It's a known fact Andy Reid assigned Asante Samuel to Terrell Owens, and if he was sticking him, then that wouldn't have been an issue. On to the defense. So people say Brian Dawkins lost a step. I don't see it. Once again, the Dawk is on top. He's playing his ass off. This guy was rushing the shit out of the quarterback. He had a sack and a big forced fumble to end the game. Omar Gaither had a sack and a half. Played consistent defense with Stuart Bradley and Chris Gokon on the linebacker. Jaquan Parker, man, huge game. This guy was all over Roethlisberger. 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble. Darren Howard had a sack and a half. You know, somebody who didn't really produce last year stepping up. Klecko had a half a sack, tight end, and then Bunkley and Cole combined for 2 sacks. So, you know, that's 9 sacks for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'll tell you right now, as far as I'm concerned, I think we have the best defense in football. You know, even though we did have we did not play our defensive greatest against the Cowboys. It's a little disappointing that we let up so many points. We still played a great defensive game, I thought. You know, we shut down Marion Barber, which is really important, which really hurt us last year against the run. You know, Dallas Cowboys, when we get you again in Philadelphia, it's going to be over, man. It's going to be so over for you guys. So, you know, that's about it, man. The Philadelphia Eagles looked unbelievable. So, you know, really quickly, I'm going to leave this at this really quick. I'm going to leave it like this. I just wanted to say, before I put my CNS video out, apparently some people don't know the rules. Warning, warning, warning. If you make a video on YouTube, and you could read my page, I'm going to repeat that comment. I don't care if you're a girl. I don't care if you're 10. I don't care if you're handicapped. I don't care if you're an ex-convict trying to intimidate me. I don't care who you are, what you do, where you're from, and who you be. Because if you put a video on YouTube, the bottom line is you're fair game. That's it. What's my problem? My problem is you. You got something to say to John Ammo? John Ammo's got something to say to you. And you guys just prepare for that burial. So, once again, John Ammo salutes the Philadelphia Eagles 15-6 victory. I never saw a better defensive performance since the heyday of Reggie White, Clyde Simmons, Seth Joyner. Great game, Philly. Let's do this one time. Take it all the way to the playoffs.